Hello and welcome back to the channel. So you currently join me from the Forest of Dean, which was a 4-hour journey from where I live in Norfolk. And yeah, I'm finally here. Set off this morning and it's now about 3 o'clock. So what brings me here? Well, I am on the lookout over the next couple of days. I want to find and hopefully photograph wild boar. Now, wild boar, they don't count as a native species in the UK, although they used to roam wild in Britain in the Middle Ages. Unfortunately, they were all killed off and they've basically reintroduced them in certain parts of the UK, and the Forest of Dean has a fairly sizable number of them. Thankfully, a contact has pointed me to a good area to potentially spot them. I've had a little walk around and haven't seen anything as of yet, but I think that's because of the time. I think potentially I may just go for a walk around the woods, because I did spot some squirrels, some jays, magpies and stuff like that. So yeah, just to kill some time, I think I should probably go and explore, the area behind me and then head back later on in the evening. So yeah, it's been quite a hectic sort of time. Recently we had the Aurora Borealis, aka the Northern Lights, which I managed to photograph, and then I've finally, after about 6 years, managed to photograph foxes, and particularly fox cubs recently. So that's my little local project at the moment, but it's good to get away. It's good to go to new places. I've never been to the Forest of Dean before in my life, so if I'm not too successful, it's a new area to me. So yeah, all I'm going to do now is kill some time and hopefully see some wild boar later. So I've just been told that the wild boar can be out at any sort of time between now and September, as they're looking after their young. There's evidence of the sort of ground disturbance that they're known for. So yeah, I'm just going to take it slow and steady, because they can be quite big animals and I don't really want to disturb them. So I found a few footprints. I don't know if that looks more like a deer. I thought trying to find a water source would be a good idea, because obviously they need to drink. But it's pretty much dried up, which doesn't bode too well, because potentially they could have moved on from this area. Okay, actually there's a small stream here. Let's keep looking. I just got a little bit excited. I heard some movement and saw something big moving. Turns out it was 6 deer, 6 of them. But I couldn't tell what type they were. But yeah, they've all cleared off up a hill. Still no sign of the boars though, which is slightly concerning. All the turfed up ground is really dry. So, like I say, I'm not an expert on wild boars, but you can make certain estimations, and I'm really hoping that this area, they haven't left because of a lack of water. But yeah, all I can do is carry on walking about. I'm getting quite hot. I'm actually wearing waterproof trousers, which are lined because of ticks. I really don't fancy getting Lyme disease. So yeah, that's making me quite hot. Tomorrow is going to be raining. So this is why I'm really putting the work in on day one, because I know it's going to be a washout. What a surprise. Tomorrow. That's why I want to get out and just explore today while the weather's good. So yeah, so far deer, no video, no photos, but I'm optimistic. So I'm practically back where I started. At least my route selection is pretty good. A little byproduct of Afghanistan, where not picking a good route would take a long time or you'd get very wet. So yeah, my route selection game is still on point. There's two choices. head into the woods in front of me, or just chill out on the bench and wait. I think that walk has made me pretty hot, so yeah, let's chill out on the bench and then head to the woods. Well, not the greatest scenes at the moment, and I can hear so much noise behind me in the woods. Obviously, some kids from school just had to, you know, triangle of doom me. So yeah, they're making a massive amount of noise in that woods, and if there's any wild boar in that wood, I'll be very shocked. So yeah, a little bit frustrating so far, because this is obviously an area where there are wild boar normally. I haven't seen any. I don't know whether it's just the time of day and they are indeed just chilling out. Potentially, I would expect any sort of wild animal to go into the depths of the wood during the day and then come out later on of an evening. Yeah, it's a tough choice. Not too sure what I'm going to do just yet. I feel like I have followed every trail in this area and I've come up short. I've tried everything. I've tried looking for signs of recent disturbance. I've tried to find damper areas of earth. I mean, I'm not a wild boar, but I would imagine it's a lot easier to burrow for worms and bugs in softer ground. I can feel something climbing on my head. So yeah, sort of come down this trail. What's pretty cool, I've just found an old railway line. So yeah, I'm just following every trail I can, including areas away from where I expected to see them. That's all I can do, really. Well, this is very damn cool. But look at the things you find when you travel off the beaten path. This is pretty cool. An authentic old station. Well, this is very cool. I mean, I was looking for wild boar, but I'll take an old abandoned railway line any day of the week. And it's pretty awesome that they've kept this. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm totally crossing over the bridge. Yeah, I'm totally getting a picture up here. I think I'll take it with a pocket. Awesome, look at this. So I'm now back at the bench where I started, and absolutely no joy whatsoever. It's frustrating because, you know, you do your research, you research the animal, you have a contact that can provide you with information, and still the triangle of doom, or my YouTube curse, has hit. So yeah, it's just really frustrating. The woods weren't too productive, but I did notice that I was rushing, so I've slowed things down, and with that approach I got a nice shot of the squirrel and just popped down to where I was hoping to see the boar. And I believe they're fallow deer because they don't look like anything I've seen in Norfolk, so I can only assume that they're fallows. But yeah, just with the slow and careful approach, I noticed I was just desperate to see the wild boar and I was rushing about. But the slow approach has paid off, and yeah, I've at least got some okay shots of fallow deer. That didn't go quite as I expected it to. I almost thought it was a dead cert that I would see the boars, because there was so much signs of them. But it's just one of those things, and at least I've got the squirrel and the fallow deer. So yeah, just accept the small wins when you get them. So it's now 6:30. I've been at this for a good few hours now, and I've done 13,000 steps. I was debating about going round for about a third or fourth time, but then it's just started raining and it's pretty much a washout. So the rain has started early. It wasn't supposed to start till tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be raining from now all the way through till tomorrow. So yeah, 6:30, I'm at Braceland's campsite, so probably good to head off now and hopefully get a decent space. And yeah, I'm pretty glad that I actually picked a campsite rather than wild camping, because it means I can get a shower and clean myself up after quite a hot, sweaty day. So yeah, let's get to the campsite. And yeah, I definitely need to put less pressure on myself and just enjoy the trip. You know, wildlife photography is my passion. I love it. I hate it in equal measure, but getting away before the kids' holidays and just having a good time and relaxing is definitely, that should be the priority. So let's go. The van's parked up and I've got probably about a couple of hours of daylight, so why not go looking in the forest and see what we find. Only problem is it's raining ever so slightly, so I don't know if I'll be able to vlog with the pocket too. Let's see. The sound of the forest is incredible. So many birds. Oh. Not quite the river I was expecting, but pretty cool. This is some forest. Look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. I just saw 2 fallow deer, and just as I started to record them, the sound of my autofocus beep and the recording noise scared them off. But yeah, this is just a quick walk really to get my bearings, but it's so nice. I highly doubt we're going to see any wild boar here, but it's a nice walk. What's been incredible on this walk is it constantly smells like someone's cooking dinner. And what it is wild garlic. Yeah, I've seen quite a few fallow deer. So I mean, if they were to think about reintroducing wolves in the UK, which I am massively behind, I think it'll be so cool. And a few hundred years overdue. I mean, they could prey on the wild boar and the deer, of which allegedly there are too many of. So it's a win-win, and it's not exactly a livestock central area. What I'm doing now is walking up a dried riverbed to get back to the campsite. Yes, I'm slightly miffed. I didn't see wild boar, but 600 in such a large forest, I think I was kind of kidding myself that I stood a chance, at least on the first day. But yeah, this place is like a botanist's dream. I couldn't name half of these plants. In fact, I couldn't probably name 2 of these plants or trees. But I'm just immersing myself in the environment and just enjoying it. That's why I'm here after all. I think I can get too sucked into what I was here to do and not really enjoy the experience. But yeah, I love being outdoors, so let's just suck it up. Well, I've had my shower. I'm now just chilling out on the bed. It's about 10:15, so I'm going to get up quite early tomorrow and take a trip to RSPB Nag's Head. I mean, it'd be rude not to, seeing as I am an RSPB member, and I've been told that there potentially could be wild boar there. It's also going to be raining the entire day. It's already started raining now. I'm going to go to bed in a minute. and wake up early and head off to Nag's Head. Catch you later. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock and I've been up for a little while, had a reasonably good sleep. The weather, as predicted, is absolutely garbage, and I've had about 20 text messages, so yeah, that's been good for you know, keeping me positive and managing my stress, so that's really good. I've had some breakfast and I'm now just having a tea. I'm then going to get changed into wet weather gear, because at the end of May what you want is to be wearing wet weather gear, because it's absolutely pissing it down again. And we'll head off to Nag's Head, but yeah, unfortunately it doesn't look like there'll be too much vlogging on the go, because this camera isn't waterproof and it's going to be raining all day. I just really hope that there's a hide in Nag's Head. Well, I'm now at RSPB Nag's Head, and predictably there's no one here, because why would anyone come here on a day like today? It is that typical British weather where it's just pouring of rain, and it's you already know it's going to be like this all day. It's just one of those days. So yeah, I can't help but feel a bit down. Obviously the dreary kind of nature of the weather doesn't help, but it's just knowing as well that I've only got today, and today's a washout. I would pretty much, I guarantee I don't see anything whatsoever today, and then I've only got tomorrow, and I'll be leaving tomorrow. So it's just kind of crushing. It's just a theme, even on this channel. Just, you'd think I'd get some luck every now and then, but it's just crushing defeat after crushing defeat, and it's really starting to do me in now. Especially when you know, it's not just the time I'm invested, it's the money as well. And yeah, it was supposed to be a relaxing break, and you know, because of home stuff and the absolute dreadful weather, it's just not working out. But yeah, no vlogging whilst we're around here. Hopefully I'll find a hide and get in there and just ride out this weather. At the end of the day, what else would I do? It was stay in camp and stay in the van all day. Couldn't even watch movies because I got no mobile signal. Just feel a bit crushed right now. Well, I'm now in Lower Hyde, and it is looking pretty dead. Apparently mandarin ducks can be spotted here, but the only thing moving is the rain. So yeah, I think I'm going to spend an hour here and then probably head to Campbell Hyde. I think I'm suffering from some sort of wildlife depression right now, because it's day 2. I have a shot of a fallow deer and a squirrel. Well, the rain doesn't show any sign of stopping, but I'm pretty happy right now because I just got my first shot of a mandarin duck. Look at this. So yeah, I'm pretty happy right now. So while I was doing that last piece to camera, I just had a chat with an elderly gentleman, and I suddenly got the whiff of fox piss, basically. And I was just looking round to see where it could be coming from. And this, where I got the mandarin duck, look at this. I don't know how I didn't see this earlier. Can you see that? So that is boar fur, and there's disturbance in the ground all round here. So they're definitely here at Nag's Head, and I would wager quite recently as well. I just haven't seen them. So yeah, the plan is to go to the next hide, begins with a C. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm finally in Campbell Hide. It's still raining. And there's not too much going on. There's a small pond out in front of me. But yeah, the rain, it sort of calmed down while I was having lunch in the van. Typical. And now it started pouring again. So this is probably a good place to be. Problem is, it's about 12:30 and I've seen so many sort of giveaways that the wild boar are here, but I've just not seen them. Another issue is I've got no mobile signal, so I can't look at alternate places to go, which leaves me in a bit of a bind. There's so much activity here. Do I go back to where I was yesterday? Do I just give up the wild boar hunt and explore locally? About an hour's gone by, and I feel like the hide was a solid plan, because there's a huge amount of birds here. The issue is the rain's just, it's too much. Even with a weather sealed camera and lens, it's just too much. Just going for a walk on the long trail again, that's what I desperately want to do, because the hide is so restrictive. I mean, I've seen a female blackbird taking a wash in the pond in front of me, which was nice to see. But I could set up a bird bath at home and probably achieve the same result. I've seen a nuthatch briefly and a tree creeper briefly. The issue as well is, obviously my eyes are drawn to every movement. But the issue is everything's moving, because the raindrops are hitting the leaves, making them move. So yeah, it's just really, Forest of Dean so far is really physically and mentally demanding. And I think I've walked about 35,000 steps just in the last 2 days. Bearing in mind I was driving for 4 hours yesterday. It's really, really difficult. I don't think I can do this anymore. I am suffering from some severe FOMO, which is fear of missing out. There's only so much you can stare at nothing and rain for. I've seen nothing. I don't want to go out into the rain. I don't want to stay here. I want to go somewhere to see something. I want the boar so desperately. It's just, this is really mentally draining now. But I want to get out there with the camera. I want to explore. But the rain's just too heavy. It's going to have to stay in my bag. So it's been a few hours since I left the hide. I pretty much did the long trail all over again, and pretty much every sub trail of the long trail. Still no joy. A dog walker sort of informed me that, yep, there's wild boar in the forest. They're everywhere, just not where I'm walking. So I'm at a place called Russell's Plantation, and I have seen some more recent signs, but again, absolutely nothing. So yeah, I've done, by the end of today, I'll probably be on about 30,000 steps. So, and it's all been pretty hard going, slow walking as well. Yeah, it's just been, it's not been great. What is great is the view at the bottom of Russell's plantation, and I will definitely show you that in a bit. Well, I thought I had a little bit of deja vu, and turns out I did, because right opposite me was where I was at yesterday. Look, just over there is a phone mast and 2 houses, and yeah, that's where I was yesterday. So my plan now, find something nice to eat and drink and wait for the evening to roll in. After that, it's going to be hard to just not give up. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to just not give up after this. I've got one more day, but it's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Well, I'm now back to where it all started yesterday. It's now 5:30, so I think I just need to kind of just chill out in the van, admire the scenery, just do a bit of van admin, a bit of vadmin, and yeah, let's just hope that it's the problem with expectation in wildlife photography. It's something that Morton Hilmer always used to say in his older videos, that you can't expect anything with wildlife photography, and definitely with other types of photography. I think if I see anything, I'm going to be so excited. But I don't know. I just need to shake these negative feelings, because it's been really hard the last couple of days. So I've just had possibly the best wildlife photography encounter I've ever had. Oh, I got tears in my eyes. That was incredible. So it started off, I went for a little walk in the woods, it was getting late, and all full of negativity, as I have been the whole trip. I decided to take one last look in the area that my anonymous source recommended. I just thought, you've not tried it, you know, really kind of late at night. In my head I'm thinking, it's raining, it's cloudy, it's dark, it's only going to be darker with all the rain and clouds, but just give it a go. You're going to go home tomorrow, and you don't want to be thinking, what if I'd just gone around one more time? I don't like having regrets. So I walked around one last time, and I came across, I believe it was a couple of fallow deer. I'll have to confirm in the pictures, but they were looking at me from a distance, and then as soon as I went to record them, the G9 makes quite a loud video beep as it starts recording. That got their attention. They were fine when I was taking pictures of them, but as soon as I pressed to go to video, they cleared off. So I carried along on that route, and I saw something small, like a reddish sort of colour, and I thought, maybe there's a fox. It was a humbug, another word for a baby boar. So I thought, okay, let's move a little bit closer, slowly and slowly. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw something black move. I looked to my left, and there was what I can only assume to be a female wild boar, completely black. And I thought, oh no. And then 2 other large boar, and all the humbugs, I would say at least a dozen perhaps, all run off. And as I was making my way, I knew I was in a bad position, so as I made my way out of the area, one was keeping tabs on me basically, and making quite a lot of noise, and people in the local area had been warning me. I know, I'm not too sure if it's just kind of like Loch Ness Monster type stories, people exaggerate stuff, but I didn't want to take any chances, so I managed to get out of the area. And then I could see them. I was up on top of a hill and I could see them, so I managed to grab some video of them then. And then I thought, right, they must be near this trail that I'd that leads up to where my van is. Unfortunately, I'd love to have vlogged this whole thing, but it was pouring of rain, and my pocket would have definitely stopped working. And as I went down the trail, this boar just appeared, and it was close. It was really close. I want to say 15, maybe 15, yeah, probably about 10 to 15 meters away, which, as I've never seen a wild boar before, let alone be near one, I didn't know what the hell to do. Everything inside of me was telling me, go walk backwards. But then the boar started coming closer, and already it was close enough, and in my head I was panicking, and I thought, you need to turn around and run towards the van. The other side of me was thinking, don't run. any animal when you run is going to chase you. So I just slowly made my way backwards, and it was following me. So I'm not used to boar. I'm not used to their behaviour at all. So I just didn't know what to make of it. And there was a little bit of back and forth where I would go closer, the boar would reappear, come closer to me, I would back off. It seemed like it was following me. I was talking to it just to try and keep it calm. And it was just the most incredible experience. And yeah, I'll leave the photos up, but it's everything that I'd wanted on this trip. As humans, as soon as you've achieved some success, it's only normal to think, oh, if only I'd have got shots of the babies, if only if I'd got the humbugs, if only I'd have waited longer yesterday. You can go through all of that, but the fact is that I got shots, and I am so happy. I'm ecstatic. Well, it looks like I had fun today. Look at the state of me. Yeah, everything's absolutely drenched. I have till 11 o'clock at the campsite tomorrow morning, which leaves me in a bit of a bind. I want to get washed and showered now, because yeah, I just think after a day of being in the rain, ironically, what you always want to do is have a warm shower, so that's kind of weird. So yeah, I'm still on a bit of a high from the wild boar. That's probably the best wildlife photography experience I've had. And yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow yet. I might just accept my gifts from the wildlife gods and just go home, but I don't know. These trousers aren't going to be dry by morning, and I don't think I've got any other waterproof ones here with me, and it still will not stop raining. So yeah, basically a complete entire day full of rain. There's no rain forecast for tomorrow, but the ground is going to be soaked, so well, that's not too good. I've got the old man feet, a few sort of blisters and red marks. But yeah, I'll survive. That's what, geez, I think I've done about 60,000 steps in 2 days. That's with a heavy backpack, and a lot of that in the rain as well. So yeah, fun times. Here I am back at the original location, almost exactly 2 days from when I started. And if I'd have realised back then the roller coaster that I'd be riding the last 2 days, yeah, I had no idea it was going to be so difficult. But what an absolute success. So yes, thank you very much for watching the video. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button. It really helps these small channels like mine grow. Also, if you've enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, and if you've gained anything from the video, it'll be great to hear from you. So yeah, also please make sure that you've got notifications turned on if you're subscribed. I've noticed my views have gone down massively, and yeah, turning on the notification will let you know whenever I put out a new video. So I've got a 4-hour journey home now, but from the Forest of Dean, this is me signing out. Thanks for watching.
Will never fade away. What should it to me? I know. Said what you had to say, but